2019 Audi A6 Saloon Review. The Audi A6 Saloon is an essential arrival from the executive car market until now in 2019, taking up on the BMW 5 Series Saloon, Mercedes-Benz E-Class Saloon and Jaguar XF Saloon. It's hugely vital for the company, and clearly has some very capable opposition. So has Audi done enough to develop the best car in the market sector? Despite its familiar styling, the 5th generation A6 Saloon is all new through the ground up. It advantages from a huge number of changes overall, including its new body, which can be larger than before, more cost-effective engines, and also a more tech-laden interior. Watch Audi A6 Saloon long-term test review. Watch Audi A6 Avant full review. Watch Audi RS6 Avant, farewell into a performance icon. Audi A6 cars available. It still looks unmistakably Audi, understanding that entails, but provides extensive new, sharp design elements also seen around the fresh Audi A7 Sportback as well as the luxurious A8 Saloon. The whole car is long, low and wide. In reality, it's 7 mm long, however, with the wheelbase extended by 25 mm for increased interior space. It's also 14 mm wider compared to the previous generation A6 Saloon, which Audi says is much better for handling stability. Its 530-litre boot incorporates a wider opening because of this. What engines can I get together with the new Audi A6 Saloon? The engine range comprises 4 engines provided by launch, 1 petrol and 3 diesels. These are detailed and reviewed inside the performance portion of this review. You've got a selection of 4 suspension configurations, 2 each for sport and S-line trim, and rear wheel steering is surely an option for initially too. We've tested all of this extensively inside handling section. The Audi A6 Saloon interior lowdown. Inside, it's classic Audi, it's impeccably well built and appearance great. The technology being offered here, standard and optional, has some very clever features, including twin touch screens that work with all the virtual cockpit instrument screen and cloud-assisted voice control that accepts natural speech. Tell it you're hot and it will lower the climate control temperature. There's also more rear leg and shoulder room, and many more space for taller passengers' heads. It's a safe and secure 4-door, too, getting the coveted 5-star rating from Euro NCAP in autumn 2019. Audi A6 Saloon, price, specification and release date. UK trims are initially likely to consist of Sport and S-Line, with increase to come inside the future. We've yet to master exact specifications at time of writing. However, here's whatever we know concerning the kit breakdown to date. Sport models can get full LED headlights, 18-inch alloys, Audi Drive select drive modes, MMI navigation with twin touch screens, heated electrically adjustable door mirrors, lane departure warning, automatic braking, cruise control and speed limiter. Moving approximately S-line spec additionally nets you matrix LED headlights, 10 mm lower sports suspension, S-line bodykit with 19-inch wheels, headlight cleaning system. Not the widest range of engines at launch. No dedicated performance module, yet. Plug-in hybrid to check out after initial launch. The entry-level model, branded 40 TDI, relies on a 204 horsepower 2.0-litre diesel, is mated to some 7-speed dual-clutch automatic and it is available with either front or quattro all-wheel drive. The mid-range diesels both use 3.0-litre V6 units, together with the 45 TDI producing 231 horsepower, though we're unclear if this is going to the UK yet, and also the 50 TDI making 286 horsepower. These engines can be bought in all-wheel drive form only and are also connected to an 8-speed automatic. The top-of-the-range petrol, for the time being, until S6 and RS6 versions arrive, is usually a 3.0-litre V6 that's best for 340 horsepower and, much like the base diesel offering, works on the 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox for better performance. An entry-level 2.0-litre TFSI petrol all means being considered, but there won't be any A6s with manual gearboxes. Economy figures aren't quoted yet, but all engines use mild hybrid technology to aid in keeping fuel economy high and emissions low. The mild hybrid system, 12 volt for your 40 TDI, 48 volt to the rest of the number, allows the A6 saloon to coast between 34 and 99 miles per hour, if your accelerator isn't being pressed, to the extra amount of fuel saving, and allows the start-stop system to kill and quickly re-engage the engine smoothly. If you would like to be much more environmentally friendly than that, you'll need to wait. Audi is now gauging whether or not to add a plug-in hybrid to the product range, which could be a rival for the BMW 530e performance saloon. Audi A6 Saloon 2019, engines evaluated. We've driven 3 versions from the A6, plus the overriding impression is the fact that there's been enough of an improvement here to stress the very best within the class. It's still not quite as sharp steering like a 5 Series, but it's noticeably more engaging drive and automobile, comfier and features more relevant tech. We've tried 3 engine options, listed here are our notes. Audi A6 40 TDI Quattro, our number of the launch lineup. This engine has plenty of power for almost all uses, yet is quiet and refined within the move. Audi A6 50 TDI Quattro. If you're from a bit more power and theatre, the 3.0-litre V6 diesel does the project nicely. However, its appeal is bound by higher fuel economy and tax costs, along using the associated sticker price. Audi A6 55 TFSI Quattro, this one's more challenging to make a case for. It's effectively a halfway house till the higher performance A6 models arrive, and even though it's very efficient, it will sound particularly interesting. It's actually better driven slowly, have fun with the quieter engine note compared with all the diesels. All with the above engines have mild hybrid technology that permits the car to coast at some speeds while using engine off. This feels strange to start with, however, you soon get accustomed to it and learn to operate a vehicle around the not enough engine braking. Not quite as sharp as 5 Series, but closer than previously. 4 suspension options to choose between. Optional rear wheel steering impresses. We had the opportunity to try 3 in the 4 available suspension configurations during our first drive. At its May 2019 launch, Sport designs include the option of either standard steel sprung suspension, and that is the one we've yet to attempt, or electronically controlled adaptive damping that work very well indeed, absorbing bumps along with any other car from the sector in comfort, though we found the steering too light in this particular drive mode, and eradicating excess body roll in sport. However, on S-Line cars confusingly you've got 2 different choices. Standard fit is 10 mm lower as opposed to sport setup mentioned previously, by rights needs to be firmer, but we tried this and were highly impressed having its performance about the sometimes terribly surfaced roads we drove it on. Forget the old school S-Line suspension using its spine-crippling ride, the modern effort can be an impressive compromise between comfort and handling. We'd follow this if ordering an S-Line. That's as the other option can be an air spring setup, even though the gulf between comfort and dynamic felt the widest of configurations. In comfort there were a slightly unsettled ride common to many similar air setups. Small imperfections produce a shimmy through the vehicle that never usually stop, and now we reckon after 100 miles approximately it could become very tiring. The low-speed ride is impressive, however, therefore you're buying an A6 for predominantly lower speed driving, then it may still become a decent box to tick. We were very impressed with all the way Audi was able to engineer the rear wheel steering, though. In some cars this type of system senses very unnatural or sometimes counterintuitive, but with this case it's cleverly judged. At lower speeds it indicates the A6 features a turning circle only slightly bigger and A3 as the back wheels can steer from the opposite direction to your fronts. Go quicker and you'll notice extra stability and so confidence because those rear wheels turn while using fronts. It was only during second and third gear hairpin corners where we actually noticed much difference at all inside the way the vehicle handles. It feels a little much like the engine accelerates mid-bend on account of your cornering speed increases quicker than expected. You must really concentrate to get noticeable that, though. Attracting but busy cockpit. Typical Audi fit and complete. Impressive tech being offered. The A6's cockpit is often a lovely destination to be. Like the A7 and A8, there's a twin-screen infotainment system named MMI-Touch that reserves top of the screen for navigation, media and vehicle controls, using the lower used for seating and ventilation switches. The system advantages from user-sourced traffic data from mapping specialists here to give you the top route, plus there's the selection for remote parking in bays or maybe your own garage, along with the ability to make use of an Android smartphone as the car key. While undoubtedly impressive rolling around in its list of features, there we were disappointed about the initial launch, which has a sat-nav that usually delivered instructions so late we missed our turning. This could be region-specific, however, so we'll reserve final judgment until we've driven the A6 for longer within the UK. Lesser details inside the A6's cabin include illuminated seatbelt sockets, textured wood veneers, a more modern generation of Audi's virtual cockpit digital instrument display as well as a chunky automatic selector. Voice control is really a key feature here too, with Audi's latest cloud-assisted natural language database useful to make things as fundamental as possible. We think this can be great news, for the reason that twin-screen setup takes a amount of getting used to. It's worth noting here that unlike BMWs, the head-up display inside the A6 doesn't display properly if you're wearing polarized sunglasses. It's there, but so dim it's barely usable. A seriously comfortable car. Suspension choice dependent. Double glazed windows cut noise considerably. This is one from the A6 Saloon's strongest points. The front seats we've sampled to date have been excellent. That has a huge range of adjustability and great support. To date we've only tried cars with optional double glazed windows, so naturally you'd expect it's quiet from the cabin, but even still I was impressed with how isolated we felt on the outside world. None in the engines are particularly loud inside the auto, and that is another positive point, and there's acres of room for 4 adults for getting comfortable. Take note individuals' comments inside handling section around the suspension setup you will need, they affect comfort too. Great assortment of standard kits. Optional extras can push price up. Sport and S-Line trims from launch. Audi hasn't released precise information on model seriously each with the 2 trims, Sport and S-Line, but we've listed basic fundamentals below. Standard Audi A6 saloon equipment. On sport trim you may expect LED headlights, 18-inch wheels, Audi Drive select drive modes, twin touchscreen MMI-Touch multimedia system, front and rear parking sensors, rear view camera, electrically adjustable front sports seats with heating, leather upholstery, climate control. Moving nearly S-Line specification ads. Matrix LED headlights. LED day running lights. Sports suspension. S-Line bodykit. 19-inch alloys. Headlight cleaning system. Audi A6 saloon, optional extras. There are a lot to choose from about the 2019 A6. Highlights include larger 20 and 21-inch alloy wheel designs, 4-zone climate control, adaptive air suspension, remote boot opening from key, 2-Bang and Olufsen upgraded sound systems, all-wheel steering, LED interior lighting pack, larger 73-litre fuel tank, HD matrix LED headlamps with directional indicators, head-up display, heated tire, higher quality leather, night vision, displayed on virtual cockpit, panoramic glass roof, automatic parking, power door closure, powered tailgate, privacy glass, 5-star Euro NCAP crash test rating, vast suite of driver assistance kit. The A6 should be a safe and secure family car. Audi's history of producing safe cars is reinforced using the A6 Saloon, as illustrated by its 5-star Euro NCAP crash test score. Previous versions were also impressive in this particular regard, and Audi has added a large array more kit to this particular generation. Standard safety kit includes side, front, rear and head airbags, front and rear parking sensors, rear view parking camera, full automatic LED headlights, automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, cruise control with speed limiter. On top of most that listed here are available as optional extras: matrix or HD matrix LED headlights, headlamp cleaning system, traffic sign recognition, head-up display. This doesn't assist polarized sunglasses, though. Night vision, displayed on virtual cockpit, automatic parking, rear side airbags. You've also got the City Assist Pack, which adds sensors that may stop the automobile moving a collision is detected, as well as the driver assistance tour pack, which nets you adaptive cruise control, a characteristic to tell you when you should take your foot over throttle just to save fuel, lane departure warning, traffic sign recognition and automatic high beam headlights. Watch Audi A6 Saloon Euro NCAP crash test. More room for passengers. Wider boot opening. Shouldn't be troublesome to park. The A6's cabin is larger than before and also cleverly designed, which assists to maximize practicality. Our testers noted it's practical for tall adults to sit down line astern with ample leg and headroom. Nevertheless, the middle back seat is really a little snug and possibly best used for that armrest hidden in their back, which features a cubby and a couple cup holders. You've got 2 more cup holders beforehand, a covered cubby between front seats and generously sized glove box and door pockets. The 2019 Audi A6 not only features a larger overall boot capacity as opposed to previous model, and the same size because it is main rival the BMW 5 Series, but it's also got a wider opening, at 1194mm. A powered boot lid is definitely an optional extra, and will be remote operated via the Auto's key. The rear seats will fold down as standard, and it's likely a ski hatch are going to be available too. The 2019 Audi A6 not only includes a larger overall boot capacity compared to the previous model, and just the same size because it is main rival the BMW 5 Series, but it's also got a wider opening, at 1194mm. A powered boot lid is surely an optional extra, and will be remote operated via your vehicle's key. The rear seats will fold down as standard, and it's likely a ski hatch will probably be available too.